We're back at the Stone House for 2026, and unfortunately, when we went inside, a lot of the walls had started crumbling and falling even more because the ceilings were falling even more. So we thought that was probably a good first job to do this year. So ceilings in the kitchen, the lounge, and the 2 bedrooms all needed doing. But before that, we went to Bunnings to get ourselves some new boots for the new year, and we ended up getting ourselves a pair of Bata industrial boots, as we'd heard super good things about them and how affordable they were, which is very important to us because this reno is definitely a never-ending money pit. So we started in the easiest room, which was the front lounge room. We did have to get the supports to try to just put pressure on the floorboards to get them into place because they are tongue and groove. Some of them we ended up just cutting because it was way too hard to get them back into place. But we put the supports up and Vaughn drilled them all in. And luckily we actually had a whole heap of old floorboards left over from the house that was being demolished that we used in the front veranda. So we were able to measure those up and put them all into place. Unfortunately, we did lose a bit more of the wall when we were doing this, so the rendering job list is just getting bigger and bigger at this point. And yes, Iggy is here as always. She's moved from the van and is baking herself in 40 degrees weather. Now, obviously, the boards need a bit of love, a sand and an oil, but it looks a lot better not having them hanging down like some kind of death trap. We then did the same thing throughout the rest of the house. We fixed the ceiling in the back bedroom, in the kitchen, and then it was time to tackle what is definitely the most dangerous room in this house, which is the front bedroom. So we had to clean out all of those openings and then one by one put the new slats into place. Fortunately, we had Vaughn's dad come up and help us on day 1 of doing this task because it took multiple days. And then Vaughn's brother-in-law, Ethan, came on day 2 to help us because it was actually really hard to push these in. It was a really tight fit. But once all the boards were nailed up into place, it actually made such a difference, just feeling like you weren't going to have the ceiling collapse on you when you walked in the room. Next job is the rendering.